They wasn't trying to be holier than thou before God, that I'm going to give and I'm going to help these people here and I'm going to do for this and over here and do for that. And they wasn't trying to do that. They was just doing because of the love in their heart was guiding them to be helpful and to do things. The others didn't have that love in their heart. So where did they go? Lord, that's got me to thinking. I mean, honestly, I've been saved a long time. That's got me to thinking. I mean, when I was sick, you visited me not. When I was hungry, you fed me not. When I was naked, you clothed me not. When I was in prison, you visited me not.
Oh, Jesus.
And they said, well, I didn't know I was supposed to be doing this, Lord. In other words, if I'd have known it, I'd have been Johnny on the spot. I'd have been doing it. But yeah, when you seen Brenda over there have a need, or you seen Kenneth have a need, or Jonathan, and you didn't help them, it was just the same as you was depleting it from me or taking it from me and causing me not to be able to have it. That's what Jesus said. But if we'd have known it, we'd have done it. There was just one thing that separates us today too, I think, and that's love. A lot of times we can say, 1 Peter 2:24, He His own self on the tree bore our sins in His body, that us being dead to sin can live under righteousness, and with whose stripes we're healed. That's good, ain't it? That's good. In the beginning was the Word. The Word was with God. The Word was God. All things that were made by Him. Without anything, nothing was made. He came into His own knew Him not, received Him not. And the Word was made flesh and dwelt among us, and we beheld His glory. That's good. That's good to know that. Good to know that. It's good to know that it says that let no man say when I'm tempted of God, so forth and so on. It's good to know all that. It's good to know that God so loved the world that He sent His only begotten Son, that whosoever believeth in Him should not perish but have everlasting life. It's good to know that, ain't it? It's good to know it, but if I know all this, and I ain't got that love in my heart, what good's it going to do me? Brenda said this morning what James said. Be ye doers of the word, not hearers only, deceiving your own selves. For a man that is a hearer of the word and not a doer of it is like a man that would look at himself in a mirror and know exactly what he looked like, and turn and head out into the world and have something he could do something with because he knowed exactly what he looked like when he saw himself. And then when he turned around, he forgot what he saw in the Word. Yeah. What made him forget? He was deceived. He was deceived. When we think that we can take this book right here and put a half tablespoon of grace in it and a half a cup of mercy and 3 cups of word 4 times a day and do this, that, and the other, and then we're going to get an answer from it, I believe we're fooling ourselves. Oh! Love. 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 It's all about love. What happened that the law was fulfilled, or what happened that we didn't have to offer up no more sacrifices and more burnt offerings and more of that? Matthew 22 and verse 36, they said, Master, which is the greatest commandment of the law? He said, they was expecting him to give him one of them ingredients out of that recipe book. But he said, love the Lord thy God with all of your heart, and with all of your soul, and with all of your mind. This is the first and the great commandment. And he said the second is likened to it, to love Brenda Gross and Kenneth Gross and Jonathan Lawson and everybody else just exactly like you love yourself. Now this might not be no real enhancing message, but I believe if we'll listen to it, I believe it'll help us.